you so much for tuning into Alabaster Sparks with Tiffany Hayes, where we are inspiring and enriching thoughts. So today, guys, I have a super special guest. She is from the happyworkingmom.com. She's actually the owner, the woman behind the scenes of this company, the happyworkingmom.com. She helps working moms find their identity and discover a fulfilling work-life balance. That's super important. She has a mom plan, self-discovery guide, and a blog, which is awesome. I don't know about you guys, but blogging is not my thing, but it is hers, and it is phenomenal. I want to introduce to you guys Coach-Ibinye. Did I pronounce it right?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Wow.
If I had some drums and a tambourine, I would have played it right there. Maybe not. It's just in my head. Hi.
Hi, Tiffany. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. Not a problem at all. So again, like I was sharing before we started recording here, I want to be respectful of your time. I'll ask you some questions. You'll take it away, and I'll be over here. Hopefully, I can keep eye contact with you or writing notes, because I believe what you're going to say is it's worth writing down. It's worth writing down. So let me ask you this. So we're on this theme called The Call. Okay. So when I asked you to come on the show, I wanted you to share, who is Ivy?
Okay. So I am a woman who loves God. First of all, we got to put God first. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I am a wife. I am a mother. I am a coach. I'm also a therapist. So I wear many hats.
Yes.
And I'm a woman who strongly believes that it is my calling to bless other women and to help them truly feel happy in their lives, to feel fulfilled, to feel like they're accomplishing what God put them on this earth for. You know, so many women that I meet that they're like, I'm just a mom and I can't do XYZ because I'm a mom. But my thing is, you can do it because you're a mom.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you reversed the energy that came with that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
Absolutely.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So you wear many hats yourself, which I believe that a coach or a therapist that has that personal experience, it's sometimes a little bit more effective in reaching the person that they're helping, because you know how it is to be in their shoes too.
Absolutely.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
So describe to me the call that God has inspired you to follow. And I know you just touched a little bit on that, but could you expound upon that?
Okay. So it really all started with my struggles when I was a mom. I became a mom when I was 22 years old. And let me just tell you something. I was a hot mess. I had no clue what I was doing. Hot mess.
Yeah.
Hot mess. My husband is in the Navy and he was deployed back and forth that time. Mm-hmm. And we had just moved also to a new city. So here I was alone, no husband, no friends, no family, by myself. And I just felt like the rug had been pulled from under me. Mm-hmm. And I went through a process where I just completely lost myself. I didn't know who I was. You know, I was somebody's wife, I was somebody's mother, but it just felt like all my hopes and dreams. And I've always been ambitious, but it felt like I couldn't see from beyond me. And after I went through my own personal journey of growth and my own personal journey of getting out to the other side, getting to a place of hope, finding my balance, which is very imperfect, by the way. I don't think we should be perfect. You know, we're not perfect beings. But once I was able to come to the other side, I looked behind me and I was like, you know, there's so many other women who are struggling. And the more I shared my story with other women, they were like, yes, I sometimes think that way. I sometimes feel, you know, those feelings. And I just felt this strong urge to help other women come out from the dark side and into the light. That is my call, to help pull them out and to help them feel like motherhood is it's not a death sentence. Motherhood, yes, your life gets very busy. Yes, there's so many demands on your time and your energy, but there's so much that God has in front of you, and there's so much that you can do because of your experience of motherhood.
Absolutely. So you've taken the experience that you endured, and that I believe that allows us to, when we endure those things, it allows us to look at other people that's enduring without judgment. It's easier
Absolutely.
not to do that. Would you agree?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Were you going to say something?
I said, because I've been through, and I actually went through a period of postpartum depression as well. I
Mm-hmm.
noticed
Mm-hmm.
a lot of, women don't talk about that because there's
Mm-hmm.
shame associated with it. But
Right.
because I've been through that, when I look at another woman who's struggling, all I can feel is compassion. That's it. And
Mm-hmm.
empathy.
Mm-hmm. 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 So talk about that just for a second, Ivy.
Okay.
Now, as a therapist, so we're drawing on coaching, we're drawing on we're drawing on Ivy, okay? All that you represent. When you
Yes.
talk, let's just park there for those listeners that maybe just had a child, or sometimes I don't believe that postpartum depression after having a child, it could be longer than just having a baby,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
the way that I look at these things are we have to iron out the emotion behind it, because
Yes.
that's actually the driving force for these different titles that we give things. So
Yes.
what are some practical things that you can share with them in reference to, number one, we're learning who Abby is, but we're also pulling pulling the fruit from you,
Yes.
for those listeners that find themselves in that situation.
Okay. So the first step is to accept that there's something off. There's
Mm-hmm.
something going on. I think a lot of times when women are struggling, both when I was struggling and in the women that I work with on the therapy side of things, there's this thing where, because society tells us as a mother, you're supposed to feel wonderful. And, when you give birth to a child, it's supposed to be the best months of your life. It's
Mm-hmm.
not always true. You don't always feel
Mm-hmm.
those feelings. So it's
Mm-hmm.
okay to acknowledge and say, I don't feel very happy. I don't always look at my child and I feel that ooey gooey loving
Mm-hmm.
feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I have negative thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes voices tell me to do things that are unkind to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm crying all the time. So first acknowledge there's something
Mm-hmm.
going. Next step, find a loving, safe person that you can open up to. It could be a friend, it could be a loved one, it could be a professional. Again, I said a loving and safe person,
Mm-hmm.
because some people you open up to them and they say to you, there's no such thing as postpartum.
Mm-hmm.
Don't, no, like let's not get sucked into that. So once you find that safe person, open up to them and let them know this is what I'm going through. And then if you can maybe join a group, a mom's group. Some people would like to go to a therapist and, get that worked on. Some
Mm-hmm.
people will go to their physician and, some people want to go the medication route. And then also, have people who can pray for you and embrace you. As a Christian, I believe in a whole health approach.
Mm-hmm.
So we can get help from a professional while being prayed for at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good, good, good. That just reminded me of small groups, right?
Yes.
And the importance of having like-minded people around you, and also just the beauty of being vulnerable.
Yes.
And because I think that sometimes, even as women, or as people, we like to carry things on ourselves. I can do this, and we're all like Wonder Woman, and we're all and we're like, I carry this baby, I can take care of this baby and myself and you and you and you and
Absolutely.
everyone else, right?
Yeah.
But we have to come to the realization that God did not make us Wonder Woman. He made us the way that he created us. And if there is something off, we have to put it out there on the table, because
Absolutely.
again, it goes back to these emotions that we hold on to. And before we know it, you have terms like disorder or disease or things of that nature, because we're not ironing out our emotions and getting the toxics out.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is really true.
Yeah. So all in a nutshell, Ivy, I know, we're going to get on, again, we're talking about the call on your life, and it sounds like your call is just so phenomenal. It's just absolutely phenomenal. But if you could just wrap it up and put it in a beautiful red box and tie a beautiful gold ribbon on it, what would what would be your definition of who Ivy is?
Okay, so I am a nurturing person, a person who loves to laugh. I actually kind of cackle, I love to be silly, but most
Yes.
importantly, I love to take on other women. I love to see their strengths before they can even see their own strengths. I love to
Mm,
guide them and shape them and help them realize that life can be so beautiful. I
yeah.
love to help women realize that we don't need to be perfect. We don't need to look perfect, act perfect, sound perfect. You can just be yourself. And most importantly, I love women to understand that they are enough. The way
Mm,
God created them, that is enough. You don't have to be like anybody else, look like anybody else, sound like anybody else. You are enough and your gifts are enough.
absolutely. Absolutely. You made me want to join Working Mom. Absolutely. Guys, I told you, Ivy is, I'm just so happy I get to do podcasts because I get to connect with women all over like Ivy who
Yeah,
will just encourage you and inspire you and just share from her heart what her call is. And we all have a call. And so I like the fact that you said whatever God gave you, it's enough. Because when God gave you that call, he gave you the call to allow his light to shine through your gifting so that
absolutely.
you can plow through this life, affecting those people around you in a good way
Yes.
by from the love of God. So,
Yeah.
Ivy, it has been an absolute honor and pleasure having you on Alabaster Sparks with Tiffany Hayes, where we are inspiring and enriching thought patterns. Did you have anything else you wanted to say before we close out?
Well, just one last thing is if you're a mother and you feel like, you're a hamster on a wheel and you're just bouncing off and off and off and you just aren't getting anywhere fast, check me out on thehappyworkingmom.com and see if we can connect and if I can help you come out to the other side.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, is there any additional, are you on Facebook, Instagram?
Yes. I'm on Facebook and Instagram as the Happy Working Mom. And then as on the therapy side of things, I'm on everything, Facebook, Instagram as the Zinnia Practice.
Good, good. Guys, don't be afraid to reach out. If you need help, you need help. And that's it. So don't be afraid to reach out. The Bible talks about wise counsel. Okay.
Yeah.
So reach out if you need. Again, thank you so much, Ivy, for coming on the show. Thank you guys for listening to Alabaster Sparks with Tiffany Hayes, where we are inspiring and enriching thoughts. Bye
Thank
now.
you.